private partnership and acquisition transactions executed. The data will be requisitioned biannually. The formal requisition, which was issued under the hand of the Commission's Director of Investigation, Mr. Kevon Stephen, requires all permanent secretaries and head of public bodies of 12 agencies selected to participate in the pilot stage of the implementation process to provide the required information in respect of all land asset divestment, public-private partnership and acquisition transactions executed, as well as contract particulars in respect of transactions that commenced within the reporting period but have not yet progressed to the execution of an agreement. The 12 agencies selected are as follows: the National Land Agency, Development Bank of Jamaica, Urban Development Corporation, Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, SCJ Holdings, Factories Corporation, Tourism Product Development Company, National Road Operating and Constructing Company NROC, Port Authority of Jamaica, the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, National Housing Trust, and the Housing Agency of Jamaica. Biannually, and that mean them yearly thing the IC want to see. Thank you, Courtney Curlew. But Jamaica, there is something interesting about these 12 agencies, you know. The HAJ, the NHT, Port Authority, NROC, TPDCO, UDC, NLA. I must see about 8 out of the 12 belong to the Office of the Prime Minister. Lord God Almighty, you know, come look here. Well, and the Jamaica people, most of them agencies are not aligned to the Office of the Prime Minister. So we make the Integrity Commission, and 9 out of the 12 is operating within the Office of the Prime Minister. No, Jamaica people, something not right here, so. Something is wrong here, so Jamaica. Something not right here, so well, and they make me catch myself. Is happening within the Office of the Prime Minister. Make so many red flags are now being issued. 9 out of these 12 agencies are within the Office of the Prime Minister. And you mean to tell me, say 9 out of the 12 are asked biannually to present? Look here, no Jamaica, this spell trouble, you know. This you call jump out a frying pan and drop in a fire, you know. How the labor rights them go on when them forget rid of Justice Seymour Panton. Look at Jamaica people. No. Sister, this IC Commission board look like they're more terrible than Seymour Panton. Whoa. Sister Andrew Batama go twep. Me not laughing no brat and classic candy cat. This is serious. What an embarrassment in the Office of the Prime Minister. Sister, the Office of the Prime Minister turned one big tenement yard. Me feel somebody I go to prison, you know. 9 out of the 12 agencies under investigation by the IC is operating within the Office of the Prime Minister. You know what come to mind, Jamaica? I come in like a one whole heap of land grabbing a guan, you know. Some land grabbing a guan, Jamaica. It is the irony and the irony of it all, Jamaica, that of the 12 requested, so many is coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister. Local pan NROC, National Road Operating and Construction Company Limited, NROC. And NROC I do the perimeter road in a St. James, Montego Bay. Hey, a massive land grabbing a guan in a Jamaica under the Labour Party, you know. Local pan the NLA Jamaica. What NLA are doing at Andrew office? What Development Bank? Urban Development Corp, what UDC, then Holande, Ministry of Economic Growth and Job, all them under investigation too. Look for Michael Manley, good TPD company and you put up in an office I prime. Lord God Almighty. Brat say NLA is a crime scene. Agency of Jamaica. Look on the National Housing Trust. IC board here more harsh than the Judge Seymour Panton one. And get rid of Kevon Stephen. Hey, Kevin Stevens has tore up the thing, you know. Sense of this letter, you know, Jamaica, the essence is of the 12 agencies that are under investigation, 9 out of the 12 is operating from out of the office of the Prime Minister. Mighty God. National Housing Trust under investigation, Housing Agency of Jamaica, the National Land Agency, the UDC, Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Tourism Product Development Company, TPDCO and NROC. Mighty God. This Sunday, April 13th, the Duncans Division will be putting on their conference hosted by Comrade Fabian, your next Member of Parliament, Comrade Wicca McNeil. Vibrant speakers such as Comrade Paul Patmore, the next MP for South Trelawney. Parliament, Comrade Nikisha Burchell. Judgment when Dennis Meadows hold the microphone, you know. And here, Comrade Roydell Hamilton, Comrade Garth Wilkinson, and Comrade Donovan Horton. Lick it! Good morning, Kerry and Parks. Big up all my Portland Massive. Pause to reflect a little on Comrade Valerie Nita Robertson. Today will be her funeral service starting at 11 a.m. And pay tribute to this vibrant lady. I think they will be streaming live on YouTube come 11 a.m. And thank you so much for your service to the nation. Our dearly departed, today we also want to pause to remember Comrade Taz James. I remember last year, this day, the 4th of April, he passed away, shocking the nation. And so we want to remember as well Comrade Ricardo Taz James, who left us 1 year ago, a staunch supporter of the People's National Party. Continue to dance, continue to walk good, comrade, and may your light shine bright on those who you left behind. Continue to rest in peace, our dearly departed. This lady on the screen, Jamaica, I don't even know where to start with the outgoing Member of Parliament for West Central St. James, Marlene Malahoo Fort. I want to pause a little to ask, what was the real reason for her explanation in the Parliament? You know, still, hey, when Lloyd Barnett him come out and look up for him face, you know say Lloyd Barnett just want could Lloyd Barnett face? Mr. Barnett questioned the purpose of the minister election statement. Why would the Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs tell the nation? I mean, like, you hear what she say out her mouth, you know? She say, oh, the media has been pushing how election is constitutionally due by September. You know, the lady come out, come talk, said it based on the Constitution. And I saw it go. The lady is basically telling the nation that Parliament or the election is due after the first sitting of Parliament. Me not want to play no music yet, you know, because this is one of the most important message I want to get out there. Jamaica people, our election was held on the 3rd of September 2020. Remember the election where them win was 2016? Every 5 years, there must be an election. Every 5 years. So if we have an election in 2016, when was the election due, Jamaica? Students, if we had a 2016 election and it is every 5 year an election is due, when was the due date for our next election? That's right, Angela James and Richard. Not 2021. Perfect. I'm going to show you how the Labour Party wicked, you know. I'm going to show you how the Labour Party wicked. The Labour Party decided not to call the election in 2021. They call it 1 year before the due date. In the middle of a pandemic. Remember, the country did shut down from about March, April, with the pandemic. A sweep the entire world. And the Prime Minister remember them say, if there is a natural disaster or war, it will able to postpone an election. Now, so it go. So how we have a natural disaster such as a pandemic and the Prime Minister saw it fit to still keep an election in. Lord God Almighty, Mr. Labour right wicked, Labour right wicked, Come Jamaica, make we think with sense. According to them, an election can be delayed or stalled or pushed back where a nation is experiencing either a war, natural disaster such as hurricane. When these things happen to a nation, if it's an election year, the government can push back or delay the election. But Jamaica, we were experiencing a pandemic. We had a natural disaster. The COVID was rampant. And the Jamaica Labour Party saw it fit to still put on an election in the middle of a pandemic. On top of that, they make sure call it 1 year before the due date, which was in 2021. And here we are. 2020, them keep it. 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, we in a. And there is no clear sign of an election. 5 years, And then we have the nerve of this woman going to tell the people of this country, say the media must desist and stop from telling the nation that we have a constitutionally due election date on the 3rd of September.